Hello, awesome ones, and happy November 28th, 2021. I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, and the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast deck. And today, I'd like to bring you some insight based on numerology on November 30th, 2021. And why do I want to give you insight on November 30th, 2021? There's a lot going on that particular day. And before I do, I just want to check in, see that I am streaming. I'm streaming live on 3 platforms right now. Really excited. So I'm just going to check in, see that I am streaming on. Yes, I am. I'm there. And I think I'm also streaming on my Facebook page too. So let's go and check that out. 2 of them for that matter. See where I'm at. So give me a second. We're going to just dive right in. All right. So yes, I'm streaming on my Expand Your Intuition. So for those of you who are there, I'm going to give it just a quick shout out. Hello, Robin. How are you, my love? Nice to see you here. And yeah, so there's 3 people watching right now. I believe I'm also on my regular page too, for that matter. So I just need to check that out. See where I am there. Yes, I am. So whoever's here on my regular page, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne's page, let me know that you are here. Give a shout out. Say hello. As this is really new for me, where I am streaming right now on 3 different platforms, which I'm really excited about. So wherever you are and wherever you're watching from, give a shout out, say hello. Just going to give it a minute or 2 and see who does show up on these different platforms, which is really exciting for me. I'm going to go back to where some of the activity actually is. And I'm going to dive into our fun conversation that I want to have with each and every one of you based on numerology, the energy that's coming in on the 30th, and why I'm choosing to share some insight with you this evening. I'm hoping to keep this really short, maybe max 15 minutes, if that much. No cards involved tonight, just all about numerology, insight on this amazing energy that's coming in. When we think about numbers, every number has a specific energy, every number has a specific vibration, and every number has a specific meaning. All numbers, or should I say most numbers, get taken down to a single digit, except for 3. And those 3 numbers are classified as master numbers. And those 3 numbers include 11, 22, and 33. Those numbers do carry the same meaning of a single digit number, such as 11 carries the same meaning of the number 2. Number 22 carries the same meaning of 4, and number 33 carries the same meaning of number 6. Now, being that November happens to be the 11th month of the year, it happens to be a master number. Now, when we think about the number 11 as a master number, this month was the energy of healing relationships on a much higher level. And those of you born in the 11th month or on the 11th day, or the 11th hour for that matter, is really about healing relationships on a higher level. So the entire month, every one of us had the opportunity, and we still do because we still have 2 days left to this month, to this particular month of November, to heal relationships from a higher level, not from our ego. And when we think about our ego is what guides us in reference to holding on to anger, holding on to fear, holding on to resentment, holding on to hate, holding on to anger. That's all ego based. And there's a place for our ego. But when it really comes down to the mastering of relationships, healing relationships on a higher level, it really is about learning to come out of the ego and asking yourself, what are you really learning and doing when you're in your ego when it comes to relationship? And most of the time, when we are in that space where we're holding on to anger, frustration, disappointment, whatever it may be, there's definitely a reason for it that might have shown up at the time of the lesson, the time that it actually appeared. But as time goes on, the idea of it is to learn from that experience. And when you can learn from it, which is why it shows up anyway, it's there to help us become a different version of ourselves and also become a higher version, a higher vibration, and getting to that place where we can heal relationships with one another. Now, there's so many people, too many people, at least from my experience, that hold on to grudges and hate and anger and disappointment when it comes to one another. And during this month of November, this was an opportunity to heal those relationships from a deeper level. And as I said, we still have 2 more days of this amazing energy. And when we think about the 30th, Neptune, if you did not catch my live that I just recently did on my YouTube channel, my business page, and also my Twitter page, feel free to go and check them out, because I just spoke about how Neptune, who's been in retrograde since, I believe, May, in Pisces energy, will be going direct on the 30th of this month. And Neptune is all about, and very well connected to Pisces energy, which is about our intuition, our insight, our spiritual gifts, shall we say, whether it be about hearing spirit, looking at spirit, seeing spirit, feeling spirit, connecting in all different ways. We all have the ability to tap into our spiritual wisdom. Every one of us is psychic on one level or another, whether we activate it or not. We all have intuition, and we can all use it on all different levels when we do activate this energy. Now, interesting enough, on the 30th of this month, when Neptune goes direct, many of us are literally going to feel like this door is opening, and that whatever, such as myself, whatever intuitive gifts I already have, those intuitive gifts are going to become more heightened, where whatever it is I'm currently doing is literally going to take an expansion. Now, those of you who may not be connected to your spiritual gifts yet, because whatever the reasons are, maybe you just have not activated them, or maybe you did, and at some point in your life you shut the door on them because of whatever, the fears, the uncertainties of it, or thinking that you were weird, so to speak. Well, this might actually be the time where that door is going to open up again, and you're going to have an opportunity to connect with those amazing gifts, as I call them. Some of you might not call them a gift, but that's taking place on the 30th of this week, for that matter, this month. And when we think of that 2021 energy, which is all about five is exchange, freedom, fun, adventure, curiosity, and being courageous enough to take change, to make change. And when we think about this amazing energy on the 30th, that with Neptune going direct, this is going to be an opportunity that every one of us are going to be able to change in one way or another, whether it's allowing our psychic abilities to go full force, or we're going to take little tippy, how do you call that expression? Tiny little steps to get to where you got to go, and sort of being curious, but not really diving in. That's okay too. So now, when we think about this amazing energy, the 11 energy as mastering a relationship with your senses, whatever they may be, you may have one of the 5 senses that's more heightened than another, or you might have all 5 senses that are just really roaring to go. And that 3, that 30, when we think about that 3, is really about communication, communicating, creating this amazing expression, this amazing relationship with ourselves and those who've crossed over. Now, I've heard many people sit back and talk about how they really wish that they can connect with a loved one once they've crossed over. Well, here's your opportunity. This is an amazing opportunity. And what's so exciting about this is not just a one-day affair. You could do this as Neptune goes direct, because like I said before, every one of us has this ability to connect with spirit. Every one of us, whether it's literally to the point where we can see them, or we can feel them, or we can hear them, and some of us can actually smell the favorite dish that they used to make, or taste the favorite dish that they used to make, whatever it is, however it's flowing in. But the idea is that you have this opportunity. I'm just taking a peek at my page to see who's bumping in here with me, and to say hi when you are here. I'm just going to bounce back over to my other page too. So again, just being in this energy where I can connect with all of you. And I'm just checking in, and I'm going to come back to my thoughts, see who's here with me. Feel free to join me and have a conversation with me right now, because that's what this is all about. It's about just really having a fun conversation and becoming more and more aware that this amazing date on the 30th, which is in 2 days from now, is really going to help us activate this amazing, amazing gifts that every one of us has. So let me just take a peek here. Yes, 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 yes. So, like I was saying, every one of us has this opportunity. So, if you've actually said to yourself at one time or another, I really wish I can have a conversation with a loved one, and you either are going to be sitting there waiting for a new moon, a full moon, or the stars to be as bright as they can be in the sky, well, you don't have to do that anymore. As Neptune goes direct on the 30th, Neptune is actually that key that's going to unlock this opportunity for every one of us to activate our spiritual awareness and to really dig deep in and really get a better connection to who you are on a much deeper level, and to explore these opportunities. Major, major changes are coming in. And it's so funny that when we think about it, we have like 33 days left to 2021. And this has been a year of change. How many of you are feeling that? Feeling this amazing, massive change that's going on in our life right now? How are you feeling this? How are you feeling with all this change that's taking place in this year? You know, as we think about it, when we move into 2022, we're going to be very different than we were when 2021 strolled around. How many of you are feeling that? Now, I am connecting right now with my Expand Your Intuition group. And those of you who have any comments or whatever, now feel free to put those comments in, and I'll be more than happy to definitely connect. So I see I have Robin here with me. Hello, hello, Robin. I have Norma here with me. Hello, hello. Please put your comments in and share the page. Let everybody know that I am here. Engage in this amazing conversation. Like I said, I'm going to try to be here for about 15 minutes, maybe max 20. But I really want to explore this amazing energy that we have going on. Where, again, when you add these numbers in numerology, you're adding the 11 from November, you're adding the 30, that 30. Remember that 0 plays a huge role in this as well, because that 0 gives us the opportunity of having choices and a lot of potential as we move into this energy. Now, if you really become aware of how our numbers do work, and they all are very powerful, you can use these numbers to your advantage to know when to do something and when not to do something. And on November 30th, much potential coming in for us. Then we have that, like I said, 2021. When we break that 2021 down, you have partnerships and relationships, and you have a new way of doing things in this year. Lots of change, lots of change. Now let's add those numbers all together and really bring into full force this 11, 30 plus 5, the 2021. Now, when we do it in numerology, how it really looks is it's actually 11 plus 3 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1 equals, and we get a 19. Now, before we break that down to a single digit, that 19 is important as well, because you got that 1, all about new opportunities, all about being independent, all about being the leader, all about doing things a different way than you've ever done them before. You know that old expression, if you want to have a change, you have to be willing to do something different. Whereas if you're going to try to do the same thing over and over again, you're never going to get a change. Only way you change something is by doing it differently. Otherwise, if you're going to do the same thing every day, you're going to be in the same spot every single day. You got to take your foot off the brake and hit the gas and move it along. So now you have that 9 energy. When we think about 1 is a new beginning. That 9 is about learning to let go. You got to be willing to let go of whatever it is you're holding on tight to. Whatever's really meant for you will come back. If it's not meant for you and you let it go, it goes. And you got to be willing to allow that to happen. Because if you're not willing to allow that to happen, you're going to stay stuck. And whatever really is meant for you will come back. That's a guarantee. It's just the rule of the game. So rather than trying to hold on so tightly, loosen up your grip, hit the gas, and get going. And whatever's supposed to go with you will go with you. Whatever's not will be left behind. That's that 19. 9 is all about surrendering, decluttering, clear out your space. Because again, if you are looking to bring in new things with this amazing energy that's coming in, and you have a room full of stuff that's just cluttering up the energy, you can't possibly fit more stuff in it. It's not even possible. And that actually creates a dysfunction in your own energy system. So really get in the habit of clearing things out. The old saying goes, when you go out shopping, for example, let's say you're going to go clothes shopping. If you bring 3 new items into your house, 3 new pieces of clothing, it's important to get rid of 3 pieces of clothing. So for every 3 things you bring in, you got to get rid of 3 things. That's really the way it goes. So, and let's say if you're buying a pair of shoes, you got to get rid of a pair of shoes. It's just the way it goes. It's how the process works. You got to let go of something to bring something else in. And sometimes you have to be willing to let things go before the new thing comes in, because sometimes that space has to be made available and the energy has to be cleared out and just left empty for just a little bit so that new thing can make its way in. Okay, so that's that 19 energy. Now let's drop it down. Let's take that 19 and add it up. 1 and 9, we got a 10 energy. I love this. I love this. I love this. The 10 energy, when we think about it, is associated with astrology. It's 10th house. It's all associated with Capricorn. And Capricorn energy in that 10th house is really about the work that we are doing on ourselves. Okay. Yes, we have the physical work. We have where we get up every single day and we go to a 9 to 5, or we go to a 12 to 9, whatever your job title is, whatever your job hours are. That's the physical work. But then we have the spiritual work that we are literally all doing. Every one of us, whether we're conscious of it or not, we are all doing spiritual work to become a better version of who we are. And with this amazing energy, with Neptune going direct on this amazing day, on a 10 energy day, which is associated with 10th house, about the work that we do, how successful we are, what we achieve, what we accomplish, how we award ourselves, how we reward ourselves, the fame, all of that. That's what Neptune is going to help us with. Neptune is literally going to help us reactivate our entire system so we can be aligned to our spiritual gifts. And this is so exciting for me. Why is this exciting for me? Well, 2 reasons. A, I love when we have energy shifts, for one. B, Neptune is in retrograde in Pisces energy. And Neptune is associated with Pisces, for that matter. And for those of you who may not know this, I happen to have a sun Pisces. Yes, so I am super, super excited about the fact that A, Neptune is going direct, because it's going to heighten my psychic abilities even more than they are already. And I'm super thrilled for that. I'm super excited. And those of you who know me and been watching me or following me for the past give and take year even, this is some amazing, amazing energy that's coming in, and I'm super excited for it. And I'm hoping you are too. Whether you're a Pisces or not doesn't matter. I'm just hoping that you are just as excited as I am. Now, again, depending on where your Neptune is on your chart, will also help you to know the theme of all of this. But this is not really about astrology, although I always like to believe astrology and numerology go hand in hand. They're like a couple. You know, you can't do one without the other. You need them both together. So anyway, so when we think about this 10 energy, 10, that 1 and 0, the 1 energy is how you're going to be this new version of you. Brand new version. You're going to wake up on Tuesday and you're going to be this different version of yourself, because you're probably going to get so many downloads. It's going to come in between tonight right through Tuesday morning with all the spiritual wisdom that you're not even going to know what to do with right away. So I do invite you to ground your energy before you go to sleep so you can be open to all this amazing, fabulous energy that's going to be strolling in. In just a minute, I'm going to be reading the comments that's strolling in here, because I don't want to ignore my folks who follow, but I will be reading the comments in just a second, so don't think I'm ignoring any of you, because I will definitely get to those comments. And also want to recognize that 0, like we said, 0 numerology plays a huge role too. This energy is bringing a lot of choices and potential in. Every one of us are going to have the potential to connect with our intuition. Every one of us are going to have the ability to literally connect with our higher self and loved ones. So those who've crossed over that you are missing, this is an opportunity where you'll be able to connect with them, just as I connect with my mom every single day. Every day, there's not a day that goes by that my mom doesn't talk to me. Whether she just brings me some silly little insight or she has this major conversation with me, every single day I talk with her. I have major conversations and connecting with so many other loved ones as well. And you can too, because again, the potential and choices that are coming in for us. Now, of course, you do have the choice to utilize this amazing energy that Neptune is going to embark on you. You have the choice. You can continue doing what you've been doing and ignore it, not open up the doors, shut it down as much as you can. Now, I do want to add something in reference to shutting down your psychic abilities. How can you do that? And if you even want to, some of the things that do shut down your psychic abilities, that delays your psychic abilities from activating to full potential, or for example, um, consuming processed food, consuming lots of red meats, consuming alcohol. These are things that slow down the process of your psychic abilities. So now again, if you do want to activate your psychic abilities, my suggestion would be to minimize or even decrease altogether alcohol consumption, consuming red meat, and minimizing or eliminating altogether processed food, because these things are going to help you feel lighter in your actual spiritual energy. So this is some things that are important. So let's just tap into that 10 energy, and then I'm going to go in and read some of these comments that are being poured out here that I'm really excited to read. This 10 energy is all about new beginnings, new opportunities, you being independent, you being a leader in connecting. A brand new path you're going to be going down, connecting with all of these beautiful, beautiful spiritual tools that you're going to have. Now, again, you may be afraid. It may be overwhelming. It may be distracting. And if so, I invite you to connect with me, because I can definitely help you become more aligned and balanced to what might be coming in for you, where you might feel a little weird, a little disoriented, a little overwhelmed by this, especially if you are younger. Because our kids, oh my God, they're intuitive already, and this energy is going to heighten this. So some tips for each and every one of you that may be feeling this coming on and feeling a little overwhelmed by it, just to start off with, is definitely ground your energy. Get into nature as much as possible, drinking plenty of water, and if possible, connect with a crystal, or just go out to nature and find yourself a beautiful rock. Doesn't matter how small or big it is. And yes, I said a rock, because that rock's going to help you get grounded. And when we connect with our intuition, our psychic ability, sometimes we might find ourselves floating, especially if you are already intuitive and you're already using it or haven't. That rock will help you get grounded. So that's my suggestion. And again, if you need any insight, if you need any help in reference to how to really connect and how to stay focused, that you're not always in that higher realm, feeling like you're sort of flaking out, feel free to reach out to me. And you can do that just by, if you're on Facebook, you can send me a Facebook message if you happen to be one of our Facebook friends. Otherwise, if not, you can easily just email healingwithin76@gmail.com. Probably the easiest way to reach me. So what I'm going to do now, just take a quick few minutes, because again, this is about 45 minutes already, 22 minutes and 45 seconds already. So I do want to recognize some of these amazing comments that are coming in. As I said, hello, Robin Young Bear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, baby steps, very important. Norma, yes, yes, yes. Robin says, it's been a strange month, but have seen my abilities grow. Yes, 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 yes. Don't allow it to happen. Make it happen. I feel like I'm coming into the flight. It's been intense, but I feel a release and expanding and feels happy. That's what Norma's saying. Love it. Robert says, I love these messages by so much fun. Thank you. Thank you. Robin's a Leo with two Pisces daughters. God bless you, Robin, and help your daughters get grounded during this time, because they might be feeling a little overwhelmed right now. So, Norma, 3 people occupying a 1-bedroom apartment. I literally don't have a spot for Christmas tree. Oh, Norma, we'll have to figure that out together. All right, so perfect. Whole Foods vegan last year. Awesome, awesome. It's 11:11 p.m. and I'm wishing to find a spot for my tree. All right, well, Norma, I'm putting that wish out there for you too. You'll find a great spot for it, I promise you. So yeah, so there you have it. All right, and again, like I said, this is just one of the pages that I'm streaming from. I'm on my personal my private group on Expand Your Intuition. I'm also streaming on YouTube, so those who are watching on YouTube are seeing this as well, and also on my personal page too. So again, just to recap, and then I'm going to call it a night. This beautiful energy that Neptune is going direct on November 30th, which is 2 days away from now. Powerful energy. Neptune has been retrograde since about May in Pisces energy. Neptune is all about our spiritual awakening. Pisces is the 12th house, which is all about tying up loose ends, tapping in intuition, and just becoming really aware of your spiritual powers, I like to call them. And Neptune is very friendly to Pisces. It's its home, by the way. So on this amazing day on the 30th, which adds up to a 10. So yes, there's going to be a new relationship for many of us that we're going to be activating into, and a lot of potential and choices. Remember, you always have a choice. You always have a choice. So if you are not willing or ready to activate your psychic abilities, then don't. But do be aware that if you do have psychic abilities and they're itching to get out, you might find yourself feeling a little bit irritable, frustrated, and annoyed because this energy is a little more powerful than we are. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you all for being here this evening with me as I go through this and experience this amazing energy with each and every one of you. Feel free to email healingwithin76@gmail.com. I do look forward to connecting. I'll come back on sometime this week to talk more about this. And just FYI, a last reminder, just to remind you that I'll be sharing more about this energy on my radio show this Wednesday, the 1st of December. I'm going to be speaking about all of this amazing energy and what's in tune for all of us to come forward with Neptune going direct in Pisces, and there's a new moon coming in too. So please come join me this Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Strong Island Radio for Joanne's Cosmic Energy Radio Show, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I look forward to seeing you then. For now, have yourself a blessed rest of the night or day wherever you are and whenever you are watching this. Thank you so much for being with me while I gave you some amazing numerology insight for November 30th, 2021. Remember, we have 2 more days left of this 11 energy. This is an opportunity for you to heal any relationship that you need to heal from a higher level. So please use this energy for your most highest good. Till then, bye-bye for now. Have a blessed super night or day wherever you are. And once again, for those of you who might be a little bit overwhelmed by all this energy that is coming in, feel free to email healingwithin76@gmail.com. I'd be more than happy to getting on a Zoom call with you. And if you have a child who is experiencing some psychic awareness at this point in time, I would love to connect with you and your child. Healingwithin76@gmail.com. Have yourself a blessed rest of the day or night wherever you are.